Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back, QualityShot Tennis. Today we've got Mirra Andreeva taking on Aryna Sabalenka. Sabalenka is just finishing off her first service game here at 40 love. What's up, everybody joining in to the call? It's the second time that these two played after last year, their second meeting. This time in the quarterfinals to take on Rybakina. How's everyone doing? Hey, what's up, Joe? Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's it, guys. What's up, Miguel, in the chat as well? What's up, Roberto? Vamos, Mirra Andreeva. Okay, let's see how Mirra can do. This is a really interesting matchup. Mirra, obviously, still one of the rising stars in the sport at 16 years old. Last year, this was her breakthrough tournament. She seems to really like this event. She's very exciting in all kinds of ways. Very complete already. For her age, her serve is one of her biggest weaknesses, though, at the moment. But on the clay, it's not as big of a deal. But for the year so far, she's only holding 64% of the time. So that's the big thing to watch for with Andreeva. But we'll see. We'll see how this kind of goes. Sabalenka has gone through a few tight contests. This could be another one. But we'll see what all kind of happens with it. What's up, Terry? What's up, Cedric? Hello, hello. Glad for you to be joining in. That's it, guys. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. All of that stuff. We're getting started now. Aryna, super favorite. Aryna is the big favorite in this one. There's no doubt about it. Sabalenka Rybakina would be an incredible match in the semis. A real tone setter, I feel like, for the clay swing, honestly. And yeah, the WTA event in general is going to be really interesting to watch unfold. But she's had only 3 setters so far, Sabalenka, against Magda Linette in the first round, which was 6-4, 3-6, 6-3. Then against Montgomery in the second round, that was a really great match. Montgomery played incredibly well. Also, her serve was kind of her weakness. That was 6-1, 6-7, 6-4 for Sabalenka. Then against Collins, 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, which is her most impressive win of the tournament, no doubt, over Collins, who had a 15-match win streak. So Sabalenka likes these conditions. I think her backhand is as good as ever in these conditions. She can attack the ball. They're faster. The ball pops up into her sweet spot. Helps out with the serve as well. She likes playing on the clay here, and we'll see how everything goes. But it's Andreeva here at 40-15. Good for Andreeva not to, if she wouldn't have a real bad service game to start off here. Let's see. Mirra catches the ball toss. Second serve. That goes out. So 40-30. 40-30. Center pulled out, hip injury. Yeah, very disappointing to see that. I thought the men's event was very open even before Yannick pulled out. And yes, it is for real. Yep, Sonic pulled out with a right hip injury. Yep. So he said it's been hurting more and more as the event has gone on. Backhand, cross court to the backhand of Andreeva, forehand Sabalenka. Forehand of Andreeva, backhand Sabalenka. The backhand of Andreeva down the line is a great shot. Forehand, defensive lob. Looks like it's going to go out, though, and it does go just wide. So Andreeva on the board for 1-1. This time last year was not very close. It was, I believe, 6-3, 6-1 for Sabalenka. They played in the round of 16 here. The first time that Andreeva really played a top player. She's had 2 wins over top 10 players. Those were over Ons Jabeur at the Australian Open this year. She's also beaten Vondrousova. That was earlier in this event. So those are some of her biggest wins to date. But yeah, last year she became the 3rd youngest woman to win a WTA 1000 match, which is another stat. Her defensive capabilities, her abilities to play longer rallies is just so impressive right now as Sabalenka gets a forehand into the net. Love 15. But I think she's very surface versatile as well, especially as the serve keeps getting better. But yeah, clay at the moment, probably her best surface at the moment. But if you were watching the Australian Open, you know she can play on hard court too. Wimbledon reached the 4th round. So It kind of reminds me of Coco though, because I don't think Coco's best surface is grass, but that's where she broke through a little bit. But yeah, we'll see how Andreeva keeps going. That's a spectacular forehand inside out from Aryna. 15-all. Really making a statement with that forehand already. Time to put the carrot costume away for now. Yeah, and Alcaraz lost to Rublev. The tournament is wide open. Alcaraz and Sinner are both out. FA versus Lehechka and Rublev versus Cerundolo is still on, Anthony. Yeah, Joe, it could be. That's so funny. I totally forgot you said that, but yeah, if Lehechka beats Medvedev, Cerundolo beats Fritz. We'll see. But yeah, it's Sinner and Alcaraz both out, so FA sneaky and wins. Yeah, I mean, didn't really have to earn it, but it's good to see him in the semifinals. He's never been in the final of an 1,000 event. He's been to 2 semis, both on hard courts, and I believe in Paris and Miami. Backhand cross scored the backhand of Andreeva down the line. That down the line is so good. Down the line is so good. 15-30 for Mirra. Let's see how Mirra can do here. I think Fritz will win. I agree. But I think Lehechka has a big chance versus Medi. 100%. 100% agree with you. Fritz has been doing better than Cerundolo in general. I think he'll be the more confident. I don't think he minds so much this surface, especially when it comes to clay. And yeah, it'll be interesting. 15-30. It's a chance here with for Andreeva. Serve down the tee. That goes in off forehand slice return. Another forehand slice down the middle. Forehand drop shot. It's a good shot from Sabalenka. So 30-all. A little bit of finesse. That's going to help Sabalenka to, she's got her two biggest wins have come on hard courts in terms of majors, but that variety is what will help her on the other natural surfaces as well. But she's proven she can play well everywhere. Forehand back cross score, forehand of Andreeva. That goes out. So 40-30 for Sabalenka. Especially on grass courts. Grass courts seems like she's absolutely top-notch as well, but on clay too. On clay, she's definitely proven herself to be pretty good, and pretty tough person to deal with. Pretty tough player to deal with. Though Cerundolo has been playing well. Yeah, he has been. He just won 6-3, 6-4. Who's that against? He beat somebody pretty good. Forehand down the line. That goes out from Andreeva. Well wide. As she hits this kind of one-hand backhand 360 shot on defense. But Sabalenka too good and too strong. So 2-1 for Sabalenka. Is the roof closed tonight? Yep, the roof is closed. So it's indoors. Roof is closed. It's indoors. Andreeva gonna serve now. We'll see how Andreeva can keep doing on the serve and how Sabalenka is attacking the return. Sabalenka loves to crush returns on this surface. I remember doing it a lot against Swiatek's serve last year, where Swiatek I think only held like 50% of her serve points in the final that they had, or at least in the third set of their final. So it's not going to be much easier for Andreeva. But I did mention that even though Andreeva is not holding as much as she would want, she's breaking serve 46% of the time this year. That is a lot. That's kind of crazy. 46% is a lot. It's a lot. So we'll see. It's going to be tougher against Sabalenka serve. Zverev, yes, against Zverev, yeah. So, and Zverev's out. Everybody's out. This tournament is wide open. How good would it be to see Auger-Aliassime out of nowhere on a clay court just win a Masters? That would be the most random thing ever. Give us hope for Dominic Thiem to look very different kind of vibe, but give you hope for like a good Dominic Thiem type to finally, get back into form and win a Masters out of nowhere, even though he's not been getting any kind of wins. Felix has been struggling. That's why I compare him to Thiem or somebody like that. Felix has been struggling to get wins. For him to be in the semis of an 1,000 is really, really, really good. I hope it's the start for him, that win over Casper in the round of 16. I hope that's a start for him. And I don't just mean I don't think, I was saying this earlier, I don't think that he's going to find his absolute best possible form on clay courts. That's just not his best surface. But I'm not even waiting for hard courts or indoor hard courts. I would love to see him really perform on the grass courts. I think he should be one of the best players on grass, honestly. Forehand, that's a good shot inside out for Mirra Andreeva. So 15 love for Mirra. ATP is the new WTA. Absolutely. Orange is the new black. ATP is the new WTA. I love it. Never know what to expect. I mean, it's been like that for a little bit, though, to be honest. It kind of went on pause with the Sinner Alcaraz, Djokovic, Medvedev kind of new big four kind of thing. But for a little while, it was a bit more chaotic, especially at the Masters events. Backhand down the line. Forehand of Andreeva is a drop shot. Very good. Backhand down the line. Oh, Andreeva's there, but too much pace from Sabalenka. This is great fun to watch. One of the best players in the world taking on the youngster. Real test for Andreeva to see where her level is at. Can't really ask for much better. Year later, she got pretty much dismantled by Sabalenka on this court 1 year ago. And she's only 16, but it's a good test for her to see really where her level is at. Forehand, that's an unforced error from Mirra. So 15-30. Called out by the umpire. Called out by the ump. But yeah, Cerundolo could be interesting against Fritz. Cerundolo definitely more comfortable on clay court than Fritz, I would guess. But Fritz has been in great form, and I think he loves these courts. I think he'll be the more confident of the two, and I just think Fritz the more experienced as well in this kind of stage. It could be Fritz Rublev in the semifinals of a clay Masters again, which is pretty crazy. Like, that was the semifinal we had in Monte Carlo last year. That would be pretty strange for them to play again. But I would love to see it. It was a great match in Monte Carlo. All right, 30-all. Big moment here for Mirra to try to hold serve. Second serve here from Andreeva. That goes in the net, so 40-30. Wasn't it Aryna Rublev? That was the final Monte Carlo. Semis, though, was Fritz versus Rublev, which went 3 sets. And I would not have expected that to be the semis of a Masters of a clay event even once. But for it to happen twice is strange. It's a good return from Sabalenka, and who punishes it inside out as Mirra hits a backhand into the net. Yeah, that was a great event, Monte Carlo in general. But with Monte Carlo, this is what I mean by ATP has already been the WTA for a little while. Up until Monte Carlo last year, well, I'll say the stat in a second. Forehand Sabalenka, forehand of Andreeva, down the line, backhand Sabalenka, cross court, backhand Sabalenka, backhand of Andreeva, forehand Sabalenka, cross court. So it's advantage to Sabalenka. No, but this is what I mean by ATP has been the WTA for a while, a little bit chaotic, unpredictable. Up until Monte Carlo, 2023, of the 19 Masters events played on the ATP side that decade, in the 2020s decade, up until Monte Carlo, of 19 different Masters events, we had 13 different ATP champions, which is pretty crazy. That's pretty wild. Sabalenka, by the way, has something in her eye, trying to get something out, which is unfortunate timing, as Mirra is about to hit a second serve down break point. Here we go. I think Mirra should have gotten the first serve there. I think Mirra should have gotten the first serve, to be honest. Because in between first and second, Sabalenka got something in her eye, and then Mirra was thinking, okay, well, how long is this delay going to be? It didn't last very long, but could have been distracting a bit. I kind of think she should have gotten the first serve. Anyway, it's not that important. Sabalenka gets the 3-1 as she hits a great forehand return winner. Probably wouldn't have mattered anyway, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. But anyway, 3-1 for Sabalenka, who gets the break. It's probably not the last one we'll see today. The interesting thing will be to see how Mirra can handle Sabalenka's serve, because that was always going to be the case, that Sabalenka was going to break once or twice. That's a great forehand down the line from Aryna. Great forehand down the line from Saba. Hey, what's up, Lexi? Good to have you. Ahem Rublev, yep. Them getting the win. Good wins. Very happy for Aryna, too, in semifinals of an 1,000. So, it's not always easy for her on the clay, but She's getting it done. And she can play well on clay off of Stuttgart as well, the title there. Sabalenka is just crushing the balls right now. Andreeva's got to get more depth on her shot to really, really trouble Sabalenka. I mean, the two top 10 players that Mirra has beaten have not been the biggest hitters around. She still can struggle a little bit on the offensive capabilities. And Sabalenka will definitely be able to hit through her a little bit, I feel like, even on clay. Because this isn't just clay. This is Madrid clay. This is Madrid clay. Who do you think will favor playing with the roof closed tonight, Fritz or Cerundolo? Oh, definitely Fritz. Fritz will love it, I think. I think that's great for Taylor, honestly. Yeah, definitely Taylor. With the indoors, he'll play a bit quicker as well, as it is at the moment. That's a forehand the net for Sabalenka, so 40-15. And this is definitely favoring Sabalenka, I think, the indoor. Your twin scraped through today. Yep. That's it, Joe. What's up, guys? Yeah, and Rublev with the win over Alcaraz. I was saying it yesterday. I really didn't expect it, the Rublev win, but good for him. I mean, after a 4-match losing streak, what a rebound event this is for Rublev. I mean, he could win the whole thing. He's the favorite now, I think. Surely. Maybe Medvedev. But, man, it's going to be interesting to see how it all unfolds. And, man, if Rafa had won his match, a lot of people have been like, man, this is a chance. That's a great shot from Andreeva to get to 40-30. A great backhand down the line. But still, it's game point for Sabalenka. We'll see how Sabalenka can do to hold here. Serve here, Sabalenka. That's in the net. Second serve here from Saba. Andreeva really pushing for a potential break here, despite having been down 40 love. Forehand. Chip the forehand. Sabalenka big. Forehand squash shot of Andreeva. That's a great forehand down the line from Sabalenka. Some great athleticism. Some great patience as well, and some great vision. Just to, wait on that shot, and Andreeva held her spot on the opposite corner, and she just pushed it down, found a way to push it down the line. It's a great shot. One of these streamers are actually streaming the match. We don't have the rights to stream it. The thing that we're doing over here is play-by-play commentary. I don't have the rights to the match. Sorry. What's up, Stefano? Good afternoon. I'm Andreeva team. Okay, what's up, Stefano? Good to have you in here. Andreeva. Yeah, it'd be great to see Andreeva be able to do something of this. But the way that Sabalenka is punishing Andreeva's serve and her balls right now, it's going to be tough. But, hey, you never know. You never know how things can turn. And Andreeva does have some offensive capabilities, even though it's not really perfected at the moment. So we'll see how she can do. And if she can do better in these longer rallies. Miss you, friends. Nice, Lexi. Glad for you to be joining in. Twin Reba and Rublev, listen to me. When I'm seriously coaching, they're seriously winning. you got to join their boxes for a real coaching spot. You got to get some money for the coaching. How long has Rybakina had her coach? He was constantly talking through a match today. Rybakina has been with the same guy for multiple years now, I think. And sometimes it comes with some controversy. People think that he's being real negative towards him or talking real negative towards her. But Rybakina with a huge comeback, down 2-5, saved match points. A great win for Rybakina, honestly. Probably her toughest match of the whole tournament against Putintseva, fellow player from Kazakhstan. So, but yeah, I think he's been with her for a long time. It's a sin that Sinner can't play quarterfinals. Ojelli is seen for a right ankle injury, but he'll play Rome and Roland Garros tournaments. Yep, and we'll see how Sinner can do. He's definitely going to come back. He'll definitely be back. Definitely disappointing, but he'll be back. Also the Olympics as well, by the way, and Wimbledon, where maybe he might even have his best shot. But let's see, especially with the improvements on the serve. He's had some of his most promising runs at Wimbledon to this point, at least before the kind of post-Buick Center where he started doing better post-US Open. Wimbledon has been one of his best events, so let's see. Now, backhand drop shot. That's a great shot from Sabalenka, so love 30. Sabalenka cruising at the moment, very similar to last year. Kind of feel bad for Andreeva. This might be a bad matchup for her, honestly, especially on this court. If they play, say, at Roland Garros, it could be a different story as well, I think. But Sabalenka loves Madrid. And man, is she being able to dictate play right now and hit so many winners. Especially with it being closed, the roof being closed. It's just, Sabalenka loves these conditions. Backhand, the backhand of Andreeva. Backhand big into the backhand of Andreeva for a pass. That's a great shot from Mirra. Let's go, Mirra. Fight here to at least stay just one break apart from Sabalenka. I hope that Cerundolo or Rublev wins the ATP Madrid Open. Yeah, well, that could be interesting. I mean, Cerundolo winning a Masters would be very surprising to some, but he's a fantastic underrated player, especially on clay. And Rublev for a rebound event after a 4-match losing streak would be something else. So they would both be very much surprise champs. I would love to see Fritz do something here. I know it's maybe unlikely, but it would be a great statement from Taylor. That's a backhand that hits the net, but goes over to Sabalenka's side, so Andreeva wins the point. 30-all. He wasn't being negative, but it must be so annoying for Rybak having to listen to instructions constantly throughout the match instead of just letting her figure things out for herself. Yeah, for sure. Backhand, cross-court, the backhand of Andreeva, backhand Sabalenka, 360 shot, forehand of Andreeva, forehand Sabalenka. That's in the net. 40-30, Andreeva climbing out of this hole, at least trying to get the hold here. Yeah, I think in general tennis should be individual. It's got to be annoying when you've got a fly buzzing in your ear, like you've got somebody, or maybe not a fly buzzing in your ear, but you got a voice constantly on the side, just telling you things. Like that's not how tennis. To me, it would seem very distracting. Like it would get me all out of my rhythm, and yeah, I always kind of question, but I always kind of question it, but it seems to work, and she gets the win, so whatever works. Drop shot, Andreeva runs, she is quick, she gets there, back and volley, it's too good from Sabalenka, covering the net. She's looking to take no prisoners, she wants a bakery, she's looking for the breadstick. 2 points away here. Really very good net coverage from Sabalenka, good drop shot, came to the net and covered it well. Good stuff from Sabalenka. So what I was saying earlier, that variety, I mean, listen, she can smack the hell out of the ball, which is very good as well. That's 90% of it. But having the variety isn't bad either, and that will help a lot, for example, on a clay court. That's a great return from Sabalenka right on the baseline, and it's advantage to Sabalenka. Advantage to Sabalenka. That goes out from Mirra. So second serve here. Forehand of Sabalenka at the forehand of Andreeva. Sabalenka, the big forehand inside out. Sabalenka at 5-1. Great shot from Aryna there. At least this kid reaches this round. Impressive, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it's impressive. Quarterfinal run, beating Vondrousova on the way as well. I think it's just about kind of improving her aggressive play and being able to beat these kind of top players and big hitters. But she's going to keep improving, so. Serve here from Sabalenka. Sabalenka serving for the first set. Very similar story to last year. Very, very similar to this point. which is not bad. I mean, like I said, it's not like Andreeva played Sabalenka, when Andreeva's 15 last year, she's 16 this year. It's like she's not supposed to, like, if she was to do something massive today, she's not supposed to, any kind of positives that come out of these matches are kind of, I wouldn't say bonuses, but you're not expecting her to beat Sabalenka at this point. That being said, it would be great if she could make it more competitive, which I'm sure is her goal. And let's see how she can do. She's still already one of the better players in the world. I don't kind of blanking on exactly what her ranking is, but she's already had some great results. So she'll definitely want to be competitive. That's a forehand inside out. Listen, Mirra's shots just falling a little bit short to Sabalenka's pace. And Sabalenka is able to hit winners when a lot of players would not be able to hit winners, by the way. But Sabalenka, just anything that's even a little bit short or even a little bit of a chance, she is absolutely smashing a winner. Finding the open court and getting it there. I mean, she's a phenomenal player, Sabalenka. Great serve down the tee. That goes back on her side from Andreeva, so 30-15. Mirra, by the way, 38 in the live rankings after this week. Sorry, 39 the live rankings, career high of number 33 in the world. Hey, sorry guys, back for the clock here. As Sabalenka hits a big serve out wide, but then misses the forehand to the opposite corner, so we're back at deuce here. Both Struff and Alcaraz came out of Madrid Open. There will be a new finalist and a new winner. Wow. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I think Rublev's made the final here before, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, I guess on the other side with FA, Lehechka, and Medvedev. Wow, that's a big forehand down the line from Sabalenka, so we're at advantage for Sabalenka. Get the scoreboard back. There we go. 29 minutes played. Sabalenka had another set point here. Serve down the tee is just wide, so second serve. Forehand Sabalenka goes very low percentage cross court. That's in the net. We are at deuce. Serve down the tee is an ace, though. Last year was 6-3, 6-1 for Sabalenka. She did deliver a breadstick as well last year. There is going to be a challenge here, I believe, from Andreeva. Anthony does a great impression of a mannequin. Yeah, sorry, guys. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. currently trying to stream off the laptop. But I think that's always when the internet issues do happen, it is off of this laptop. So what I'm going to do, I think after this is I'm probably not going to try to stream off my laptop. I'll just do it off my PC where all the streams run smoothly. So I think this will be the last stream I attempt to do with that. That's a great backhand down the line from Sabalenka. Gets a 6-1. So Sabalenka with the first set. Sabalenka almost flawless. So many winners. And it just feels like a bad matchup for Andreeva. I'm not going to lie. She loves these courts too. I mean, this has been two of her best runs here, last year and this year. But I don't know. It's just not. Also, this isn't good enough. 50% first serves in from Andreeva. Not going to be good enough. Doesn't say winners to errors for some reason. Sabalenka's converted on both of her break points. Sabalenka playing the big points much better. 73% of first serves in for Sabalenka. Also, winners to errors would be astounding from Sabalenka, I'm sure. I don't know if Tennis Channel is going to show it for me to see, but I'm going to guess it's something crazy, like 17 winners, like 4 unforced errors or 5 unforced errors or something crazy like that from Sabalenka. She's playing nearly flawless. And they do think Bolelli and Vavasori can win the ATP doubles Madrid Open. I'll be completely honest, I haven't watched any of the doubles this week. I usually try to watch at least a little bit. I always do, but this week I've just been not watching as much. I'm trying to get back into watching tennis the same way. It really is very tough with these 2-week Masters one after another. I'm more so doing the thing of where I'm just for every single Masters, I'm not as involved every single match all the time like I usually am. What I've been doing is I've been involved consistently, but not where I'm watching I'm not watching the doubles a lot. I'm not watching every single match. Like I'm just kind of, watching highlights of some matches, catching the gist of most of what's going on, watching at least 1, 2, 3 matches around, and then kind of moving on from there. I'm not watching as much as usual, which is not ideal, but I'm trying to get back into it. It's just it's been tougher, but anyway. But let me look at the doubles now. I mean, Korda and Thompson, I did see that. Korda and Thompson beat Bopana, which was pretty interesting. And Bolelli and Vavasori, I mean, they've been doing well recently. Korda and Thompson also beat other good doubles players, Pierce and Molteni. So Murray and Venus are definitely some people to watch, although I don't know as much on a clay court. Granollers and Zeballos I would definitely watch for. Granollers and Zeballos. But, Bolelli and Vavasori. Let me see. I'm going to check something real quick, but I think they could absolutely win this event here. Although but they've never won a Masters on a clay court. They did get to the final of Monte Carlo, or Bolelli did in 2015. I'd say they definitely can. My bet would be on Granollers and Zeballos, to be honest. That's my bet. Backhand cross court, the backhand slice of Andreeva. Backhand of Sabalenka is a great shot. Although Korda and Jordan Thompson, I would watch out for them as well. And Korda likes playing on clay. They seem to be winning. Hey, what's up, Ian? Good to have you in here. Haha, Saba destroying Andreeva. She's 17. Yeah, Andreeva's still young. She's got time. But Sabalenka currently at love 30 as well. 35 minutes into this one. Sabalenka absolutely showing that she is the woman to beat in Madrid. She's won 2 of the last 3 tournaments held in Madrid. In 2022, she lost to Anisimova in the first round. But outside of that, she's won the last 2. That's a great serve out wide from Andreeva. Great kick serve. So 15-30. Anthony, did you watch the Reba match? Wow, right? No, I watched the highlights. I didn't watch the match as it went down. I've been waking up too late for this, which hasn't been ideal. I'm kind of learning of how to schedule it and how to, next time that there's a tournament like this where all the matches are happening early. I mean, it depends on like when I'll be working and stuff, but I'll be trying to wake up earlier and watching more of the matches as I can. But I didn't catch the Rybakina match as it happened. But it was crazy though. The highlights showcased it well, and for Rybakina to save match points in the way she did and come back from 2-5, an incredible fight from her. When a lot of people would have doubted her, especially when they're looking at Rybakina on a clay court, but Rybakina's proven that she can play well on clay too. At this point, with Rome, Stuttgart, her win over Swiatek last year in Rome, and she withdrew out of Roland Garros, but who knows how she would have done there last year. So she's definitely a contender. Definitely a contender. And so is Sabalenka as well. Serve here from Mirra. The forehand of Sabalenka goes out. Andreeva with the early hold. We'll see if she can do better in this set. 1-0 to Mirra. She turned 17 the last couple of weeks, I think. Did she? I thought she was still 16. Okay. Okay, she is 17. Got it. I thought she was turning 17 like a week or something for some reason. Okay, she turned 17 a couple days ago, I guess. April 29th. Isn't that like Runa's birthday? I think Runa and Andreeva share a birthday. Yeah, Runa is also April 29th. Well, that's going to be like the Hurkacz-Medvedev situation. There are going to be can be a lot of happy birthday Holger, happy birthday Mirra for the next 15 years, same day. There are a lot of great young players born around that time. Alcaraz is born May 5th. Runa April 29th. Mirra April 29th. I think Brenda Fruhvirtova or whatever is right around that time too, so I kind of remember for some reason. Because she is right around where Mirra, I think. I don't remember. Yeah, April 2nd. I don't know. A lot of birthdays around the same time. Well, will now be Auger-Aliassime's ranking. I'll look it up. Serve here, Sabalenka. That's a let. FA won. Sinner retired. FA beat Ruud yesterday, and Sinner withdrew from the tournament, unfortunately. So, yeah, Sinner pulled out. So, yeah, so now FA's in the semis, which is pretty crazy. His first semifinal of a big clay event. I'll look it up. I predicted before the year started that FA would have a rebound season, get back into the top 15 in the world. I didn't lose faith entirely in that at all. I didn't think it would come here, but I thought on the grass courts he would start having his resurgence. I hope that still remains the case, that he can have a rebound season. 40 love for Sabalenka, as Andreeva's pretty much too defensive in these rallies. She's not really doing anything to hurt Sabalenka. FA is going to be 28 in the world. If he wins the semifinal, which he'll play against Lehechka or Medvedev, then he will be as high as 24th in the world. That would be incredible for Felix to jump back to that spot. That's much closer to where he belongs. In my mind, he could be a top 10 player if he fulfills his potential, a mainstay top 10 player. Serve here from Sabalenka. The backhand of Andreeva, backhand Sabalenka. Down the line, it's a great shot, a great strike. I mean, Sabalenka is an absolute killer on the tennis court. She's like a Yannick type. Or like a Rublev, just winners everywhere. Winners everywhere. Ruthless. I'm waiting that Francie beat Felix ass. Okay. What happened? Hip injury? No. Oh, no. Yep. I need to charge my phone. Be back. All right. Cool. Sorry, Anthony. We know it's hard for you to see your favorite withdraw. No, yeah, exactly. It was very tough to see Sinner withdraw the event. I thought he was the big favorite then. So I'm very disappointed, to be honest, because I thought this was Sinner's another chance for Sinner to get his first clay Masters, to be honest. But 15 love here for Andreeva at 1 game apiece. Forehand, that's in the net. But Yannick will be back. I mean, Also, it was disappointing because also Monte Carlo was a good chance for him to get that first win. It feels like out of both events, he's just had such unfortunate situations. But we'll see if he can do anything on the clay this year. It's just he's done well on the clay. It's just unfortunate situations in both events so far. Forehand Sabalenka, the backhand of Andreeva. Forehand of Sabalenka. The backhand of Andreeva down the line. It's a better shot. Forehand. Sabalenka somehow gets it with a squash shot. Backhand cross court. Sabalenka is there again. Come on. There you go. Smash put away Mirra. There you go. 40 love. I wanted Mirra to win that point because that was the first point. It felt like Mirra was aggressive and it was working. She built out that point well. Sabalenka went a little bit too, I don't know if passive is the right word, but she hit this kind of loopy forehand inside out. Mirra took her chance with the backhand down the line and ended with a smash at the net. Very, very good stuff. Serve, Andreeva, the backhand of Sabalenka. Forehand of Andreeva. Backhand slice of Saba. That's a shank well into the crowd from Mirra, so 40-15. And I know you'll be rooting for Taylor, but I just want to let you know I'm going to coach Cerundolo later. You know what's going to happen. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Fritz is one of my favorites for sure. I always love to see Fritz succeed. I really want him to make a statement on clay. So, yeah, of everybody left, Fritz is definitely one of the people I'd be most excited to see take the whole thing. I don't know what the chances of that are, but I was mentioning on the Tennis 360 podcast, there are things that the clay I feel like actually helps his game, such as not being rushed so much on the backhand. I think that really helps out his game. And at this point, I feel like he moves pretty decently on clay. He's worked hard for that. Backhand, forehand of Sabalenka, the forehand of Mirra, forehand Sabalenka. Down the line, goes out. So Mirra holds for 2-1. We're looking for a closer second set. Mirra has a great head on her shoulders. She's already a great fighter, so she's gonna be trying a lot of different things out. I don't expect her to fully fold out of the match. Bilali and Vavasori could win over Thompson and Korda. Yeah, I agree. They should. But, those are the more experienced doubles players, although Thompson is fairly experienced. Korda is not experienced very much at all. Although he's played a few matches with singles players in Sunshine Double, for example, but he's not that experienced. And also, on a clay court, I think that they should be the favorites. I agree. Are those guys playing in the pink koala outfits? I haven't even seen that. Koalas are from Australia, right? They should be rooting for Thompson. I saw a replay of guys in pink koala outfits beat Ram and Scoopski. I'm not sure who it was. Well, let me see real quick. I can beat Ram and Scoopski. Let me see. Rajiv Ram is a great, great doubles player. He's almost unbelievable to me when I watch him play. Okay, so Ram was playing with Mello. Wait, who's playing with Scoopski? Yeah, I don't think Ram and Scoopski were playing together. But who's Scoopski playing with? That's probably who you're talking about, Joe. Scoopski and Salisbury? Yeah, I'm not sure, honestly. Scoopski and Salisbury lost to Pavlicek and Bihar. Rajiv Ram and Mello lost to Escobar and Nedvyasev. So I don't know if those are the guys you're talking about, but I actually don't watch doubles unless it's the Labor Cup. I think a lot of people relate to you. I don't like the idea of one hitting the partner. That's fair. I like doubles because I think I like the strategy aspect of tennis and the fast reactions. I think you got so many fun rallies and so many fun things going on, and I love the competitive kind of team aspect that you get with doubles in tennis. I think it's unique and stands out. But I haven't been following it that much recently. I used to follow it a lot more. I'm going to get back into it. The Bryan brothers and Arani, yep. I just checked it was Bihar and Pavlicek. Okay, got you. Yeah, I didn't see that, but I'll look that up. I know some of the players I like playing there too, like Stefanos, Korda, Z3. Yeah, Steph likes playing with his brother a lot. And they lost like 17 matches in a row, but they won a title. I think it was in Los Cabos last year, which was, Steph said, was the biggest title of his whole career. Sabalenka with forehand cross court. trying to cut off any of Mirra's momentum that she's getting here. Serve Sabalenka. Down the tee, I think it's called an ace, so 30-15. You know what I do? I watch second set of their matches and then go back during work breaks. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good way of doing it. Hey, what's up, Gene? Good to have you. Good to have you. I had a power cut in my area all day. Oh, no. So I was just catching up. Glad that the power is back now, though, Gene, so you can catch up on all the play. I feel that just because I slept in super late, but I didn't have a power outage, so that sucks. Power outages make you feel so helpless. Like, what am I supposed to do? Which is not great, I guess, because back in the day, that's like, you're supposed to be able to deal with boredom and find creative ways of like easing your boredom outside of just like social media and technology and finding really kind of, meaningful, good, fun things to do outside of technology. But it does make you feel a little bit helpless, especially when you want to catch up with sports and stuff. Let's see what's going on here. 30-15 for Sabalenka. Salisbury and Scoopsy. Okay, got you. Yeah, Ram and Salisbury. I know usually play with each other, but not the case here. Backhand, that goes just wide from Andreeva. Thoughts on the Rublev win over Carlos? Crazy turnaround after being on a losing streak for the past few tournaments. Yeah, 4-match losing streak comes into here. Feels very Andre, though, for some reason. I can't really explain why, but I don't know. It's crazy. It was unexpected, especially against Alcaraz in Madrid. That's really weird. Really weird. Alcaraz has had almost more success on faster clay than he has on slower clay. It's kind of the opposite for Rublev so far, where he's had more success in, say, Monte Carlo and Roland Garros. Really shocked by it. Alcaraz, in his last match or two, especially in his last match, had a few things where you got a little bit worried. In the match before that, he got broken serve when he was serving for the match at a set in 5-1. Right at the end, but then the last match, he had a lot of those kind of moments. So showed that I don't know exactly where his mental and his confidence was at, but Rublev really took hold and played incredibly well. He likes playing on the clay. He has made the final here before. So Alcaraz, I think, has the better kind of, on his best day, I think Alcaraz is better, probably. But Rublev also is just a phenomenal player. He played phenomenal today. He's a very, very talented top player. And it's good to see him back in winning ways. He used to be very, very consistent before the Dubai tournament and the Dubai situation that happened. But now it would be great to see if we could get back to that. But he definitely seems calmer, cooler out there, and it's a good turnaround for him. Serve here from Mirra. That goes wide, so second serve here. Kick serve, forehand to Sabalenka. Cross court, forehand of Andreeva. Forehand to Sabalenka. Inside out, it's a great shot from Sabalenka. That forehand is monstrous, honestly. Forehand is absolutely monstrous. It's a monster. That forehand is the third player on the court. Andreeva, by the way, going 71% of her forehands down the line. Or sorry, 73% of her forehands down the line. And it just feels like Sabalenka is so good she's getting a lot of time to run around that backhand. And also that backhand itself is so killer. Backhand big, up high, forehand of Andreeva. It's becoming very predictable for Andreeva. She misses a forehand down the line. Usually you want to go cross court. It's much more higher percentage. And listen, Montgomery against Sabalenka, she was doing very similar things, kind of. Not in the same way though, but when she was going, when she was hitting her forehand, she was going cross court a lot to the backhand Sabalenka, but it was actually not working well for her at all. When she started going forehand down the line and mixing it up more, that's when it started working. So somewhat similar situation. The difference is that they were righty and lefty going cross court and down the line. All right, 15-40 here. Serve Andreeva, forehand to Sabalenka, big. Andreeva gets that. It's a great slide shot defense, but Sabalenka too much power. She doesn't want Andreeva to really make a statement here in the set. Let's see if Andreeva can break back, though. Let's see what Andreeva can do. This feels like a tighter second set still. Somehow it still feels tighter than the first set. Although, I guess literally it is, because Andreeva's won 2 games, which he did not do in the first set. People were already talking about Z's chances to beat Carlos. I said Z needs to beat Cirilo first, and he did not. I agree. I was saying the same thing, and I agree. When people were saying, oh, Zverev maybe could do something against Alcaraz, even though he really did not do anything the last 2 times they played in Madrid, I was like, listen, Cirilo is great on clay, and I'm not fully confident in Zverev at the moment to get to the latest stages. I don't know why exactly I should be, especially after the loss he had last week. I kind of feel like Zverev might start going on a bit of a more of a worse streak, to be honest. I just have that feeling. Monte Carlo, he lost to Steph in 2 sets, although Steph was playing amazing, but it was like 7-5, 5-0. I mean, he's been doing decent quarterfinal, semifinal. Lost to Altmaier, though, and Acapulco. Lost Cabos, he lost to Thompson. I don't know. Against Medvedev at the Australian Open, he had a fantastic tournament there, but he really kind of blew his chance to make the final there. I don't know. I just feel like maybe Zverev is going to start struggling a little bit more, especially with his loss to Garin last week, where he was just not doing well at all. So anyway, that's what I'm kind of feeling. Against Garin in last week in Munich, he only won like 28% of his second serve return points against Garin. That's not going to cut it. I mean, if you have a good serve, that's part of it. Zverev's got a great serve, but you gotta have a good rest of your game too to really be consistent and right at the top winning. And I'm not sure it compares to the players ahead of him right now. But Zverev, I mean, he's a great player. He's got a great backhand, and he's got a good game. Definitely got talent, but big talent, and he's been a great player at the top. But I don't know. Those are some concerns I'd have. Let's get your partner if you have prior consent. What's up, Ghost? That's a funny comment, to be honest. What's up, Nicholas? Hello from Greece. What's up? Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see you again in the chat. It's been a little while. Good to see you in the chat. Salisbury and Skupski are practicing for the Olympics. That makes sense, Joe. Yep, that makes sense. Ram and Salisbury is one of the great teams, but they're not from the same country, which is always good to see that, 2 guys not from the same country, but still playing together and doing really well and feeling so, in unison and being able to play doubles so well with each other. Backhand, back to Andreeva. It's a chance here for Andreeva to get half a chance in this return game, but she misses the backhand. She took her chance there with the backhand, but she missed it. Why? That's an unforced error. Andrei Rublev is good on clay. He never gets the praise he deserves. Yeah, he's good on every surface, but yeah, on clay in particular, I agree. He doesn't get the praise he deserves. I agree. Frickin' FAA getting through the semis. Yeah, I mean, he a bit of luck with the center withdrawal, no doubt, but a good run to the quarters either way. Forehand volley put away from Sabalenka. I'm actually happy for FAA. It's been a while. I'm very excited for FAA, personally. I hate this just because he's inconsistent. Well, he's not always inconsistent, though, Maynor. Like, at the end of 2022, I think with the 60-match win streak, he was and with that whole year, I felt like he played very consistently and very well. That's why he got to world number 6. So he had a bad year last year, but I think it's a mistake to fully count out or discount FAA, because I think he's got the potential to be one of the best players in the world. I really do think so. I don't know exactly what that means, if that's top 15, top 10, top 5, but I think that's where he belongs. That's a great forehand from Sabalenka across court. So 4-2. She's just absolutely killing it with a forehand right now. Mirra shots just falling too short all across the board. And Mirra's still, she's still growing with her shots. Still getting the experience. This match looks a hell of a lot like it did last year, honestly. But that's okay. One round further for Andreeva. Still kind of phenomenal that she's 2 days after turning 17 and that she's in this stage trying to beat the world number 2 and the world number 1 of last year. Serve Andreeva. That goes wide. Second serve for Mirra. It's a let. Honestly, as much as I dig Carlos, I kind of want to see Struffy have a go at Rublev. I know he's one of my guys. Fair enough. That's a good... Is that in? Yeah, that's an ace from Mirra. Great serve. Yeah, I mean, Struff is fun to watch, so I definitely understand what you mean. Now that we know Alcaraz lost to Rublev anyway, I kind of agree with you. But it's exciting. I hope Struff is around for the grass courts, too. I think he should be very good on grass as well. And he is very good on grass as well. Reached the final last year. Nearly beat Tiafoe. Just lost the final to him in Stuttgart on grass. He was injured for Wimbledon. Backhand to the backhand of Andreeva. It's a better backhand. Forehand. That goes long. Better from Andreeva. Better from Andreeva in this set. Better hitting. She's shown herself as more of a force on the court. Good stuff. He'll come around. I'm not a fan, but I kind of like his playing. I agree. Saba schooling. Yeah. For sure at the time being. It looks like she's cruising to a victory, but Mirra's playing better as the match has been going on, at least in the second set. That backhand goes long from Sabalenka, so better serving from Mirra here too. Rublev very good earlier, no outburst, just breezing through calmly. Yep, very calm. Even after he lost the first set, he's still showing good signs, and it was still tight at the end, so has center problem. Yeah, right hip injury. Jannik has a right hip injury. Forehand goes wide from Andreeva. Sabalenka is still very aggressive on the returner serve. Saba is playing herself in the tournament at the right time instead of peaking early like Jabeur. Yes, true. No, absolutely true. I mean, Jabeur played so well in the first set against Keys yesterday, but don't know what happened. Serve here from Mirra. Backhand, the backhand of Mirra. Forehand, Sabalenka. That's a great shot. Great shot down that ad side line. So, 40-30. Sabalenka trying to sneakily climb back in this game. We're a minute away from the hour mark. See if Mirra can hold her serve here. Serve Andreeva, forehand Sabalenka, back into Mirra, forehand Sabalenka. It's a great shot. It's a great shot from Sabalenka. He gets to deuce. Imagine the kid wins the second set and third set. Yikes, yeah. As well as Sabalenka's still there, so we'll see. Sabalenka's still there. Rublev is 3-2 against Drew. 2 wins is good, though. The 5 matches they played, 2 of them end with deciding tiebreaks is a good pairing. Had no idea about that, but that's interesting. Forehand is great. Return, backhand, one-hand backhand, lob, defensive. Forehand Sabalenka goes down the line now. Forehand Sabalenka just stays in. Backhand drop shot. Sabalenka runs. Forehand cross court goes out. That's a well-played point from Andreeva to survive that. Yeah, Allen's lost. Wow. Yeah, after winning the first set 6-0, she won double the amount of points Keys won in that first set, but then it was a complete turnaround. Jabeur had hit just 9 unforced errors in the first set. She had 41 in the second and third sets, which is nuts. Forehand Sabalenka, cross court, forehand of Andrea. It's a great shot down the line. Andreeva doing well to play more aggressive and build out the points better. get more depth on her shot. So very, very good stuff from Andreeva. Sinner withdrew. Wait, yeah, Sinner withdrew. Ghost. Sinner's out. Serve also has a game playing style. It's hard to watch. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan either. So I plan not to watch any matches today after Rafa's farewell. Too many tears shed, and then I realized Rybakina and Rublev are playing. Yeah, well, I'm glad you got to see the Rybakina one because that's a great win for her. I think the way Rybakina played today, I can see Sabalenka getting one back over her. Watch the extended highlights of Rybakina Putintseva. Yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, she survived that one, but the way Sabalenka is playing in Madrid, I can absolutely see Sabalenka figuring it out. So I kind of agree from what I also saw the extended highlights as well. So yeah, I kind of agree. We're gonna get FA versus Lehechka semi. Who would have funked it? FA Lehechka semifinal should not be real on a clay court. FA Lehechka semifinal in a clay Masters. So that's hilarious. What's my opinion about Tsitsipas? Yeah, Tsitsipas is doing well. He only, he's tired from his run, but he's still doing fine. He came up against a really red-hot Montero. Saba will bully Rybakina. She played horrible. Rybakina stole the match. Yeah. Well, I think Sabalenka wins it too. Let's see. Hope Yuri can beat Carlos. I'm on Yuri train since 2022. Well, Carlos is out, but Yuri's gonna have to beat Medvedev. The way Carlos lost already. Yep. So I hope he'll beat Rublev. Yep. Question for you, Anthony: is Madrid a bust? No Djokovic, no Rafa, no young stars. Medi and Rublev are the only ones from top 10 still left. I'm personally very fascinated by the event. I don't think it's the best one. I'm not going to be honest. I don't think it's been the best event, partially for those reasons. Sinner withdrawing, Djokovic not playing, Alcaraz not showing up to his best like usually. He's so fun to watch here. But Rafa still had a good run in this tournament, and it's definitely open. I think it's in the lower percentile of great Masters tournaments. I don't think it's at the top on the ATP side, but I also don't think it's a total bust. I'm still very curious by it. And listen, Medvedev getting to the final, for example, of Madrid, that would be a big story for him. So, there's still things to be fascinated by, but I don't think it's a total bust. I genuinely don't on the ATP side, but I think that it's definitely one of the worst ones. And on the WTA, I think it's amazing. WTA side, I think it's turning out to be an incredibly interesting tournament. I would agree, though, on the ATP, it's one of the worst, on the lower side of great Masters events. Wouldn't say total bust, though. I can think of worse ones. Serve the forehand of Andreeva down the line. It's a great return. Much more aggressive. Forehand smash. Andreeva back to Sabalenka. Back in swinging volley. Very good. I mean, Andreeva just reads the tennis court so well already, which is phenomenal. The way she understands the game at this young of an age is extraordinary. And who knows exactly where she'll end up, but, I mean, listen, just 3 days ago, 16 years old, now 17. I mean, she's going places in the near term. Already been as high as 33 in the world, now she's back to 39, potentially. Here. By the way, I'm flying to New York soon. Is it close to you? New York is not close to me, but I will be going to New York soon. I'm on New York time. But I wouldn't say it's close to me. But it's like a 13-hour drive from my place. So it's not like forever away, but yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say it's close. Forehand, backhand, cross court, the backhand of Mirra, backhand slice. When are you going to New York, though? When are you going to New York? Rublev wins. Boo. Yeah, I beat Carlos. Anthony's in Georgia, right? Yep, I'm in Georgia. Duluth, Georgia. Saba great at redirecting. Absolutely. She's the best. One of the best at redirecting, especially with pace. Some good volleying skills as well. She's at 30 all. She's trying to not let Mirra back in here at all. Let's see what happens. This is a huge point here for Andreeva and her role in this match. Backhand, cross score is a great shot. Backhand Mirra defending. I mean, that forehand is just too ruthless from Sabalenka. Too ruthless. Georgia, country, or the state? I'm in the state. Atlanta is very far away from New York. Yeah, I'm far from New York. Yes. She's using. God, now she's using full poly. Keys change strings on the racket. That's interesting. String change. Got details from G Racket Stream. That's interesting. Yeah, you don't hear a lot about it, but Keys made the change when she came back at Indian Wells. That's pretty interesting. Make that change, but good for her to having success now to get to the semis. So maybe it's a good sign for her to keep it that way. Serve here, Sabalenka to get to 5-3. Backhand Mirra. The backhand down the line. Forehand Mirra. Backhand to Sabalenka. I mean, just makes you laugh. She's absolutely ruthless. Unless you're a Rybakina type, or maybe a Swiatek at her best as well, of course. It's going to be very hard for you not to face the Sabalenka who's hitting winners and basically humiliating you with winners every shot. It's crazy. Miami is the worst Masters. I agree. It's not what it was when it was in Key Biscayne for so many reasons, not least of which they added pickleball. Why is it a pickleball/tennis event now? It's not helping anybody, except for pickleball, which is not. I want to help tennis, not pickleball. Really excited for tonight's match with Fritz and Cerundolo, both playing really well. Yes, I'm definitely excited for it. Yeah, Taylor, I'm excited to see how Taylor does. I'll definitely be rooting big time for him to make a splash. But let's see how Cerundolo does as well. Do the players like Madrid? I haven't heard anything about it either way. I know Rude dislikes Miami. I've only heard players say good things about Madrid. I think overall it's a good event. I know the players love Monte Carlo and Rome. Those always get great talk from the players from what I've seen. At least for about 1 without anyone else. I doubt if they can make a comeback like that. 13, yeah, it's very, very far from us. Very far from me. My mom traveling because work. Can I join her? Okay. 13-hour drive. I can catch a direct flight to Australia that time. Definitely won't be driving over. Why drive when you can fly? I was just painting the picture of how far I am from, and they should fly to you. I can fly over. I'll fly over in September. Or take the train over. I'm still figuring it out exactly, but I got my return flights to Spain for €140, cheaper than coach. Nice. I'm excited for Cerundolo too, Joe. He's earned his way with some quality wins over Mirajan, Paul, and Zverev. He's definitely underrated. He's got one of the best forehands on the tour. Serve here, Mirra. Forehand chip of Sabalenka. Forehand drop shot's very good from Andreeva. Hey, here's what I'll say. I mean, no, I'm flying next. By the way, okay, got you, Maynor. Well, another time. Here's what I'll say is that Mirra in the second set has really found something. I mean, it's definitely not this level. I still think is just not good enough for how crazy Sabalenka is playing. But I'll say this is promising, much more promising than it was last year. Even the 6-3 set last year. Like, this is good strides from her. It really looked, only in the last 3-4 games I've started feeling that way. But it feels like now she started to play more aggressive. She's found a bit more better ways to play with some good volleys, swinging volleys, drop shots. Backhand Andreeva is a huge lob way up high, but that goes out. 30-all. She'll want a big serve to get out of this kind of situation. By the way, guys, please don't forget to subscribe. If you are new to Quality Shot Tennis, please don't forget to subscribe. If you're new to the channel, we'll do more tennis live streams and stuff. Still thinking if I should buy a tour for the U.S. courts. You definitely should. I would, Maynor. Yeah, this is worse result than last year, though. I mean, I don't think so. It's almost the same scoreline. I think Andreeva in the second set has played the best tennis that she's played in either of the two matches. That's a double fault, though. So 30-40. You should. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would take the chance if you're going to New York anyway. Bublik's only acquired taste for me before, but I started to enjoy his tennis, of course. It's all nice, Lexi. Yeah, Bublik's funny. Bublik's definitely funny. He's one of the jokesters on the tour. I really enjoy Fognini. I like those kind of players. Also, the funny thing about Bublik is whenever he wins a title, he always says he. The funny thing was when he lost the final this year, he said almost he. It's hilarious. Forehand, cross-court forehand of Andreeva down the line, back in Sabalenka. It's a match point here. Sabalenka finished this off. Cross-court doesn't get, though. Andreeva saves one. Sabalenka still 2 points away. Last result was 6-2, 6-4. Well, last year it was 6-1, 6-3 against Sabalenka. I don't know which result you're talking about. And then you know the G in Fonini is silent, right? It's the pronunciations that I'm still working out. Is it? I've heard it pronounced so many ways because all these guys have American commentators. So I hear it a million times and then I just pick that up. Is it Fonini then? It's advantage to Sabalenka, by the way, with a huge forehand. But that's my bad. I call Fognini too. Oh, never mind then. That's what I always do. So, I don't know. All right, another match point for Sabalenka. Surely here. Serve. Andreeva, that goes wide. Second serve. Kick serve. Forehand to Sabalenka. Back of Andreeva down the line. It's a good shot again with a fist bump too. She wants a different scoreline than last year. She wants to win more than 4 games. It sounded like Fognini. Fogna like Borna. Fair enough. Serve. Still learning all the players' pronunciations. Second serve. Forehand big. The forehand chip of Andreeva. Forehand Sabalenka. That's in the net. A game point here for Andreeva after saving 2 match points. Should I call Coco off now? What a shot from off. Coco off. Coco off. One of the great rising stars of the game. One of the best players in the world. Coco off. It's a game point here for Mirra to get to 5-4. Backhand Sabalenka. Backhand of Andreeva. Against Sabalenka. Backhand of Andreeva. Forehand of Andreeva. Forehand to Sabalenka. Down the line is a great shot. That is a great shot. So back to deuce. Call Rior Dimitrov. Absolutely. Royer Federer. Here we go. Serve from Andreeva. Down the tee. It's a challenge from Sabalenka. Her backhand return is called just wide. Yeah, Lex, exactly. That's what I mean. Royer Federer. That is out. Sumit Naal. Nagal, no G. Sumit Naal. Here we go. Andreeva serve. Yep. Forehand Sabalenka at the backhand of Andreeva. Down the line's a great shot. Forehand Sabalenka. That's in the net. Love that fight from Andreeva. Get to 5-4. Much more. Very impressive. Very impressive here. One more game than last year. There you go. We did it. We got there. We got there, guys. One more game than last year. It won't be a 6-1, 6-3 or 6-3, 6-1. Iya Shiontek. Yep. That's it. That's it. Holler Runa. Man, we talk about really weird things on streams, don't we? We talk about really weird things on streams. Oh, Camila Ori. Carolina Arcia. Love it. Great saves. Yeah, absolutely. Great fight there. What about, yeah, Camila Ori. Love Camila Ori. What a player. Come on, kid, break. Let's keep this going. Let's keep it going. I want to see more from the match. I said in the first set, Andre was making 50% of first serves in, but I'm sure that has improved a little bit. 50%, 58%, a little bit better. Definitely better in this number. 12 percentage points better in first serve points won. Break points saved in the second set, 2 out of 3. which is better because it was 0 out of 2 in the first set. Few things she's done better. She's just hitting better in general. Here we go. Hour and 17 minutes. Let's see how we keep going here. See what Mirra can do. Serve from Andreeva. Serve from Sabalenka. Serving for the match. Forehand. That's a good return attempt from Andreeva, but goes just long. I prefer Daria Avrilova. Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't she go as something else now? Like Seville now. After she married Luke Seville, the tennis player, I believe. Isn't that a thing? Forehand way up high from Andreeva. Smash Sabalenka. Oh, Andreeva's still there. Smash Sabalenka put away, though. 30 love. Yeah, she used to go as Gavrilova, now Seville. She used Seville, but you got the joke. Yeah. No, I got it. $30 love for Sabalenka. First serve goes long. Took too much time to remember G names. Fair enough. Backhand of Andreeva, way up high. Forehand Sabalenka. Forehand of Andreeva. Backhand Sabalenka. Backhand of Andreeva down the line. Andreeva playing much better, and she's still giving Sabalenka something to think about. Save the match points. Save the match points. Still giving Saba something to think about. Andre Essie. Love it. Richard Gonzalez. El Monfils. Forehand Sabalenka. Long rally here at the backhand, or kind of more of a grinding rally here. Neither really going for winners. Backhand, again, cross court, backhand Sabalenka. Forehand of Andreeva. That's a great shot. Goes behind Sabalenka. You know how hard it is sometimes to change direction on the clay, especially when you're sliding. And, when you hit behind a player like that, it's tough sometimes. And that's a great backhand cross court initially to set that up. Andreeva building out the point like she's been playing on the professional tour for 15 years. She turned 17 2 days ago. 30 all here. Serve from Saba. Serve out wide. That's a great ace out wide. Great ace out wide. Here we go. 40-30 for Sabalenka. Take out Mirra and take her place in an incredible, enthralling semifinal against Elena Rybakina in that semifinal. Serve from Sabalenka. Trying to finally convert. Second serve is out. Love it, love it. Second serve here from Saba. Second serve from Sabalenka. Backhand, the forehand of Sabalenka. It's a big forehand slice. The forehand of Sabalenka again. Forehand of Andreeva. Sabalenka, that goes out. Andreeva with a solid performance, especially in that second set, but Sabalenka too tough. I mean, what a monster performance from her. And she'll probably be the favorite, but it's going to be an incredible match against Rybakina in the semifinal. With Rybakina saving match points earlier against Putintseva, coming with an incredible fight back. And Sabalenka is all Saba today. Good performance from Mirra at 17, but just 17. But Sabalenka is through, and she showed why she loves these courts and why she's one of the best players in the world. All right, I appreciate everybody joining in. Manor, you made me laugh with that Il Simone. Il Simone. Congrats, Saba. It's okay, kid. Yeah. It's okay. She'll be back. And great win for Sabalenka. Thank you. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you, Joe, as well. 6-1, 6-4. Sabalenka, ruthless, smashing winners. Man, is she fun to watch on these courts. WTA event is so much fun, honestly. The WTA event is so fun. I mean, say what you want about the men's singles event. The Swiatek in the opposite semifinal, taking on Keys, who nobody would have expected to be here. Jean with a great comment about Keys switching up her string, so that could be part of it. She never performed well here in the past, don't know, but with a great fight back against Jabeur, she's still in the event against Swiatek, especially Rybakina, Sabalenka, likely to take on Swiatek on the other side. I mean, listen, you've got 3 of the top 4 seeds, only Keys taking out Coco, so it's going to be really fun, and yeah, this tournament's really, really good. Yeah, thank you, Terry. Appreciate you. Thank you, Lexi, as well. Shout out, Lexi. Appreciate you always joining in. Don't forget to make a like on your way out. Yeah, please don't forget to subscribe, all that stuff. If you hit the subscribe button, you'll be subscribed. You can hit the subscribe button. That'd be helpful if you want to. That's an action that you can perform. If you do, I would enjoy it a little bit, but you don't have to. There you go. I'm making it real clear. But anyway, I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate Minor. Main thing is that everybody joining in. And yeah, Sabalenka through to the semi. She'll take on Rybakina. I appreciate everybody joining in. See you guys at the next one.
Cause we